my friend Chad, he said he was really afraid about girls giving him false accusations, so he would make them sign a consent form before they fuck. And I thought that was the stupidest thing ever, but with all the stuff that's been happening recently, I guess I kind of get it, but I just feel like that's fucking weird.
My manager has been, hey, I've got a bit of documentation myself. My manager has been looking out for me in that regard for better part of a decade.
You make your girls sign.
There have been some girls, not every girl, but if she's clearly unstable, and I like them that way. I like some crazy women. I want you to be fucked in the head. You should have all.
One of my favorite aspects of Kyle's dating life is that he honestly does like women a little bit crazy.
Oh, I want you to be fucking scary. I want you to have assault charges. I want you to be dangerous. Like I dated one chick and we meet up in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Like I drove up, she drove down, we met in the middle. I rent this cabin and we're having this nice steak dinner. She's really smoking hot Filipina chick. She's like 5'2" or something, and just fucking built. She just really muscular body, but not in a. You wouldn't like it, Woody. It's not that muscular, but she's fit. She's fit, right? And she's just got she's got small boobs, but she's just like really nice ass. Like this chick, I could get on her back, like piggyback style.
Did you say she was Latin?
Filipina.
I would be scared.
I bet a Filipino. Well, I'm just thinking, could she grow a happy trail? Go on.
No, just low T. We're having dinner, and like we've been there. We meet on Friday, and we've spent the night together Friday night, Saturday night, and now it's Sunday night, right? The last night of our weekend, and we're having this really nice steak dinner, and I'm like, hey, this has been really fun. Why don't we just stretch it out in the week? I don't have shit going on. Like I'll just call and cancel anything that was going on. Let's stay until Tuesday or whatever. She's like, I gotta be in court in the morning, and I'm like, oh, traffic court. Because I hadn't had my Camaro all that long at that time, and I'd already racked up a couple of serious speeding tickets. I was like, traffic court? She's like, no. My ex-husband and I got in a little bit of a tussle, and I shoved him through a plate glass shower door, and he got awfully cut up. Oh.
Is she sexier to you at this point?
Oh,
are you like, baby, tell me more.
I was like, how cut up is he? She's like, well, 30, I don't remember what it was, 30, 40 stitches or something like that. He's, the door shattered and it fell on him and it sliced him open in a few places. And I'm like, did he start it? Well, he wouldn't shut the fuck up. And I'm like, aren't you going to be in some trouble? She's like, look at me. I'm going to go in there in my polka dot dress. I'm going to look at that judge and say, no, Your Honor. He's 6 feet tall. I'm 5'2". Look at me. And sure enough, she goes in, just right in and out. They won't even listen to his side of the thing. She says that he pushed her and she pushed him back right out of there. Love that shit.
She should probably be in jail.
Are you the type of guy who likes when the girl controls you in every situation, or in the bed at least?
No, not necessarily. But I could definitely go back and forth. I'm okay with like her being dominant occasionally, like and getting aggressive and stuff. But for the most part, mixing it up. But for the most part, I like to be the one calling the shots. I get out my tools, and it just depends. I really mix things up a lot, keep things interesting. Do just anything and everything. If that's what she's into, I'm more than happy to. For me, like what gets me off and what turns me on is like her really enjoying herself, and whatever is required to make that happen, I'm 100% up for.
The only thing I don't think I could do would be like crazy. I'm talking about of stuff that she liked. The only thing I don't think I'd be able to do is like ridiculous dress up. Like if she was like, I want you to dress up as Jesus Christ and come in here and tell me I'm a sinner or whatever, or anoint me. Yeah, give me an anointing slap.
That would be
all those like forehead dick slaps. But or you dress up like a pirate, because like, would you be able to resist just like yar and like just being over the top and silly with it? Like you wouldn't be able to. I know your personality well enough, Kyle. You'd be in there and you're with your, a pocket full of doubloons and a puffy shirt, and you would be like, I can't not turn this into a joke. Where she's like, "Oh, Captain Jack Sparrow," and you're like, "Yeah, we can't kiss because I have
working her with the Hitachi. Yeah. There she blows.
Yeah. I've been out to sea for many a week, looking for some scurvy pussy. Like coming there with my eye patch on and fucking fake parrot on my shoulder. Look, I could definitely get into it. I could play a part.
I feel like most girls who would want you to dress as a pirate wouldn't expect it to be taken seriously.
You wouldn't hope so. I've never had anyone want me to dress up as a pirate, ever. I don't know where that
dressed up before. I've never been a cowboy or. Well, I think a big part of that is I don't have any costumes. So
I have so many.
I wear.
I have so many costumes.
You could definitely be a convict now.
Oh yeah, shit! Now that's that's some kind of crazy fantasy.
Like, one of Kyle's girlfriends wants the convict outfit.
Oh yeah.
I'll leave that outfit just tactically placed, like in my bedroom. Where it's like, oh, that's just a little costume. What does that make you think? Oh yeah, man, me too. Gross. Like yeah, but you know that one by ear.
Yeah, I've never had a girl that wanted me to dress up. I don't think.
How many girls have you had?
I don't like saying it's such. I'll tell you privately, but it's a
shitload.
Kyle doesn't kiss and tell unless it's on our podcast for lots of people.
Yeah. I'm awfully open about.
He's a smart man. That's not
just about everything, but that's just kind of a I probably shouldn't say. Probably more than
most.
And more than most, I would say. I've had my share. I'm one in every port.
I mean, I guess it would have. Is it more or less than 100?
I'll tell you.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
That scares me. I'm thinking of a number now, somewhere in like the hundreds, dude. Like that fucking scares me.
Nah, that's Ron Jeremy stuff. Nobody's done that.
What's his name? Who the fuck was saying recently they fucked like 10,000 women? That wrestler.
Oh yeah.
Ric Flair.
Woo!
Yeah, it was Ric Flair, right? Yeah, he said he fucked like 10,000 women or something, and I was just like trying to do the math, and I'm like, man, that's like a career. Like those are like you would have be canceling friends' plans and family events all the time.
There's a basketball player that said he fucked 20,000.
That's Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah, was it Wilt or Kareem? I had both in my head.
It was Wilt Chamberlain, and I don't think that's even possible, given how many days human beings live. Right?
20,000, dude. There's no way.
2,100 would be like 2,500 would be like 7 years, right? Something like that. All right, let's just do some math. I need to calculate it.
Oh yeah. And this is assuming every single day, a new girl.
2,500 is almost 7 years. 20,000.
54 a day.
That's 54 years. Yeah,
he's
just being
so
silly.
Much.
Well, I didn't even think of what if he's fucking like 7 or 12 at a time, right? Like.
Well, but that's also assuming that he's only fucking each of these girls once ever, right?
That's true too.
Like there would definitely be some repeat customers because this whole math doesn't add up unless it's like, all right, this girl one time and done, and one time and done, and one time and done.
Yeah, I don't know.
You got to. One thing that might support his argument is the fact that he's traveling, with the team, right? The same way that musicians could really get a lot. So, like, if you're a musician, every show you do, if you're traveling, there's dozens, hundreds of hot chicks down there, right there, who are like waiting to fuck you, and you've got a handler who goes out and handpicks the chicks. It's like you and you and you and you and you, and brings all these chicks back to your room, and you fuck any of them or all of them that you want. And so every night you can have 5 or 6 or 7 or just one or none. Every single night, every tour day, all around the country. And the same thing's true with basketball players, right? You're in a different city every night. I mean,
I wonder how the girls get the basketball players, right? Because like hypothetically, if I wanted to get a selfie or an autograph with a basketball player, I don't even know how I'd get close to them, close enough to
They come out of the stadium.
Yeah,
they all
you're a
come,
man. You're not going to get close enough. Yeah.
Well, a couple of like nowadays, it's like social media. You hop on their Instagram and slide into them DMs or on Twitter. But you know, they leave the stadium a lot of the times, and you know, kind of do like, yeah, like sign 2 or 3 autographs, and like, I mean, if you're hot, you just be like, yo, LeBron, and he'd be like, I'm married, and he'd walk away because he's a nice guy. But maybe he wouldn't. Maybe he'd be like, yeah, you and your 14-year-old sister, get back over here. I want to talk to you about smart investing.
It was a while ago, but the NBA gave an alert to like NBA wives that like it was risky sex to have sex with their own husbands or something like that. Yeah, that they were like, your men are fucking so many people. You should know. I want to look that up. I remember. It got a lot of like national
that seems
attention.
like not right. That's like, how's the NBA going to tell the wives like, hey, don't trust your husband? That seems kind of fucked up, actually.
Yeah, I would not be happy with the NBA.
Right?
You don't see Bud Selig ratting on people like that. That's some horse shit.
It was a while ago. I don't know. I can't Google it quick enough for the show, but yeah, I don't know. I thought it was bad. It's painting with a broad brush there.
I bet they do.